Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Today has been a very, very interesting day so far. Tesla's been shooting up significantly more than I thought. Oh my gosh, I am still speechless, right? So this has been happening for the past hours. Tesla's just been going up and up and up and up and up and up. We almost hit $700. Tesla stock almost hit $700. That is just beautiful. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. I would really appreciate it. We called it. We said Tesla stock was going to go flying high prior to Q2 deliveries, and it is flying high. I hope you guys were able to profit from this massive move upwards. It's been a very, very great rally so far, and it looks like we're getting some buying opportunities. Tesla's starting to go, it's kind of cooling off at the moment, which is just perfect. I bought some Tesla stock at $6.79, and I'll keep on buying as it's dropping further, because I do think that Tesla stock is going to keep on going up for the coming weeks. I think $700 is pretty much in sight. All right, let's take a look at who just joined the live stream. Like I said, smash the like button. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's get it going. We've got Damson, John, Sarah, Mina, Panagiotis, Jay, Alex, Ronaldo, Jopadi, Pablo, Rocket, Shazeb, William, Sukh, Christina. I think we got everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good evening / morning for some people out there. We're seeing the market kind of slow down a little bit right now. We're seeing the Nasdaq cool off slightly. The same is happening with the S&P. But the Russell is still going up very strong. It's up a percentage point. The Dow Jones is still up a percentage point. And I think it has to do with the infrastructure bill that Joe Biden is kind of pushing through. It's having a slight negative impact on growth and tech stocks out there, and a net positive impact on the value stocks in the big banks. You can see the big banks are in the green. Same goes for the value stocks, and yeah, that's kind of what is happening as we speak. And I would say big tech is kind of going sideways, right? It's like a safe haven that people put money in. Apple especially has been performing, I would say, rather bad, right? So in comparison to Google or to Facebook or even Amazon at this point, we're not even at the all-time high yet. So I do think Apple stock is going to go back to the all-time high. It's going to be a matter of time. I think they're going to, with earnings, we're going to see that their revenue has been going up significantly. And I'm expecting great numbers, and probably a 10 to 15% move up for Apple stock. Let's check Coinbase right now. Coinbase at the moment sitting at 227, as we see that both Bitcoin and Ethereum are starting to move up. So Coinbase is still in the green, although I did expect a bit more movement to the upside. Kind of unfortunate. It looks like, so the MACD did cross, but we're not seeing a whole lot of movement on Coinbase, which is being really, really surprising so far. It's kind of almost flat at this point, which makes no sense with cryptos moving up. Bitcoin is about to reach 35,000 and Ethereum is above 2,000. So, Coinbase, I still think Coinbase is looking pretty darn good. The RSI is kind of neutral at the moment. MACD crossed. I think it will be reaching 235 very soon. It's like, I would say roughly 4%, right? That's the expectation right now for Coinbase. Tesla slowly crawling back up. I think I did not share the link for the live stream yet. There we go. And let me just throw this down. Great. This should be very, very helpful. All right. If you just joined, make sure you smash that like button. If you're holding Tesla stock, hit that like button. If you're holding Palantir, hit that like button. I would appreciate that a lot. It does help a lot with the live stream because the algorithm kind of picks up on that, and the live stream is going to be shown to a lot of people that are subscribed. So make sure you smash the like button right now. That'd be very much appreciated. And let me know in the live chat which stocks you are most excited about. Currently, obviously, I am excited about Tesla. I'm really curious what's going to happen the coming days. I think right now it's just going to probably consolidate at around 680, maybe even go back down to the 670s, as it did really fly really, really high. So usually when you see it move like that, it tends to kind of pull back slightly, and we're already seeing that, right? Went from 697, actually it briefly hit 697.9, and then it came all the way down to the 677.9. I expect it to just consolidate in this area, and then next week we would see another move above the $700, and I would say that it would probably top out at roughly 740 next week. So we got another 10% coming for us. It's going to be great. This is assuming that the markets are going to be positive and stable. Assuming that that is the case, I think Tesla's going to go up another 10%. Let me check the live chat here. People are excited about Neo. Neo, Palantir, CCIV. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's take a look at Neo right now. I said it was going to come down. I still think Neo's going to come down, so I'm not going to change my mind on this. I think Neo's going to go back down to about $43. Now, there's a good reason that this is going to be happening. I think it's primarily due to the fact that it ran up so much, right? And also, I think China kind of blocking Tesla's vehicle deliveries might have something to do with that too. But, you know, the technicals are indicating we could be seeing another 5% downside on Neo. So I'm looking at that happening probably maybe tomorrow. And for that matter, I think Tesla could also pull back. Sitting quite high at the moment, sitting at 685. I would not be surprised if Tesla would pull back to 670 tomorrow, and then next week it would go from like 670 all the way to the 740s. That's my expectation for Tesla. AMC is sitting at 56.2, and it's down 3.5%. Looking at the 1 hour chart, it looks that like this is just the beginning, right? So that is not a good signal for people that are holding this meme stock. Looking at the 4 hour, looks like it's going to go down further. Daily chart looks like it's going to go down further as well. I've said it in the past. I think AMC is going to come back to the lower 50s initially. I would say probably around $49, which is going to be right around this 20-day moving average. So that is kind of what I'm seeing for AMC for the next couple days, as in tomorrow and after the weekend. Look at that. Tesla starting to jump again, sitting at 686.7. Looking pretty good. Wow. Tesla is on a roll today. We can see that the MACD is crossing downwards very clearly. This is why I said that I would not be surprised if Tesla stock were to either just consolidate or slightly move downwards to about 670. That would make perfect sense in my opinion. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of breath because I was outside. I was walking for like an hour. Like, we got beautiful weather going on here in the Netherlands, so I thought that might be nice. Just taking a walk. You know, I've been sitting like every single day watching stocks. I better walk every now and then, right? 1 second. Oh yeah, let me just briefly pin down the PayPal. I always forget that. I just should probably just do that when we have the timer going on. There we go. Let me pin it down. CCIV, Tesla, PLTR. Gara, how can the other EVs like Neo and CCIV go down, but Tesla's up? Because Tesla has a catalyst. CCIV, Neo, XPeng, and the rest, they don't have the catalyst. It's Tesla that has the catalyst. So you've got to understand this. Tesla's going to have Q2 deliveries. It's not Neo that has the Q2 deliveries. It's Tesla. Of course, they go up along with Tesla. But they're not going to go up more than Tesla. It's Tesla's catalyst. People have to understand this. And CCIV, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I don't know. Some people are complaining about CCIV. It looks pretty good right now. It's sitting at 25.4. At some point, it was sitting at 26, even exceeding our own expectation of CCIV. I think it's going to slowly go down back to around 24.5. It's going to consolidate properly. Momentum is going to cool down a bit. And then we see another rally to roughly, I would say, to $28 by the end of this month. I think that's still pretty much possible here for CCIV. I think a lot is possible for CCIV at this point because the markets are so incredibly bullish, and we're getting closer and closer day by day for the merger between Lucid Motors and CCIV. I would say the future is looking quite bright. Yeah, the catalyst is in 1 month, right? So there's a lot of time between now and then, so we can still see tiny corrections. But as we get closer, we have less and less corrections. And you're going to see like this kind of move play out. So as we get closer, what we might see is something like this. Like that. That's my expectation. That it would kind of, at some point, it's just going to go parabolic. Like people are just going to keep on buying and buying and buying. All right, okay, so I'll probably drew it. Should have been something like this, etc. And then that's going to be the merger, and then it comes down right after. I do think it's going to come down right after. It's going to come down quite a lot too, because there's just going to be there's going to be so much hype surrounding that merger. And if there isn't hype surrounding the merger and it doesn't go up much, I'm going to buy like a boatload of CCIV at like very cheap prices. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think CCIV is going to run up to like $40 and probably drop right after the merger. Unless the market is like really, really bullish, but I don't see that happening. Tesla, yeah, Tesla's looking quite good. It is looking good. Like I said, it could just consolidate right here very briefly. We had a massive spike for Tesla. I can compare this to movements that we've seen in the past, right? So look at this. Things like what we saw right here, all the way from $560 all the way to the $700, and then it drops and goes sideways. This could be a possibility at this point for us to see movement like that. In fact, I think this makes a little bit more sense because the size of the move is kind of similar to what we're seeing right now. And it's like you see hold up. So it spikes up like roughly 10 to 15%. Then it corrects. And look at that. It went from 690 to the 670s. And then we see a massive jump to the 700s. And that could either happen tomorrow, because tomorrow could also be the day that it's going to correct. So maybe it's tomorrow we see the correction back to 670, and then next week we see the move above 700. And it's going to keep on going above 700 because I think Q2 deliveries are going to be absolutely spectacular. Look at that. It's already starting to move. It hit 688 for a minute there, for a second there. AMC still falling. Neo is looking pretty weak. XBank heading down. Lee is going down as well. The markets are slowly heading back up. I'm looking at the 10-year. The 10-year is going down. 0.5 percentage point. That's really good. Good for the high multiple stocks. Remember, everybody screamed that it was going to go above 2%. And I still think it's going to happen. It's just not going to happen in the coming weeks and not in the coming month. Probably down the road. Like, I'll give it like maybe 3 months or like 6 months. But right now it's looking pretty phenomenal for the growth and tech stocks out there. Yeah, I'm my portfolio is being carried by Tesla. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, there we go. Let's take a look at what's happening here in the chat. Gara, when will AI head up? Didn't it go up like it went up quite an amount, right? Yeah, there you go. AI went up from 57.4 to 63. That's a move of about 10%. We said it was going to correct around 62. It actually went to 63. I think it might actually consolidate slightly, move back to 61. Then right after, we could see the move to the 65. And that's going to be next week, probably. I think for this week, we've hit the high of 63. I'm looking at next week, probably sitting at around 65. AMC starting to move even lower now. We got Tesla starting to move higher. What's really funny is, like, if you watch Tesla and AMC very closely, like, these are very popular stocks among retail traders. Whenever Tesla moves up really fast, AMC drops. Whenever Tesla drops, we see AMC go up. And it's kind of funny to watch. It's like, it's as if AMC has become sort of a safe haven stock for among retail traders. It's beautiful in a weird way. It's kind of cute. It's like, oh, Tesla's dropping fast. Go to AMC, right? And then people buy AMC stock because they know it's just going to stay there and it's not going to go anywhere. Kitos. Yes. No problem. When will Palantir set a higher low? Let me see. Did Palantir hit 27 yet? It's sitting at 26.5. I think it did, didn't it? Oh, no, it didn't. 26.7. So Palantir stock hit 26.7. That is very, very near to the target that I had for Palantir, which was 27. I think at this point it looks like Palantir could actually... looking quite interesting. Maybe get back to like 26 at first, and then jump to 27. So it might still happen tomorrow, where it would hit 27. But honestly, I think I would have to check the option chain, because if there's a lot of people holding call options on that 27 strike price, then it might not reach it. Market makers can do some really voodoo stuff, and they could prevent it from happening. So if the option chain is kind of indicating that there's not a lot of calls there, then I think it could easily go above that 27 tomorrow. And if not, we it hit 26.7. It's pretty darn close. Tesla moving, still up 4.8%, sitting at 688. CCIV is heading up. Yeah, as Tesla's moving up, CCIV is heading up as well now. It's pretty good. Gara, how do you feel about the EV market when lithium batteries are bottlenecked in the USA? The supply is severely underwhelming compared to the demand. Yeah. I think the supply issues are going to be resolved over time. And I think Tesla's receiving priority among other companies. So I think it's not going to be a big problem for Tesla. But I think it might be a big problem for companies like Ford and the ones, just the smaller companies, and the companies that are just getting started with like the EV cars, like the EV vehicles, electric vehicles. My gosh. So do you think Palantir will see upper 30s? Yes, hell yes. I think that's going to happen. Although I think that's going to happen next month. I think for this month, maybe we reach like 30, we get close to 30, but I think probably closer to like middle of July. If I'm looking at the technical patterns here for PLTR, hitting 30. Yeah, right now it looks like the MACD could actually pull back here. So it could consolidate here, and then maybe next week we could get very close to like 28, 29. If this momentum keeps on. I think what would really trigger Palantir going above 30 is maybe like a big contract. Like if they would publish a big contract, that would be the trigger. It would just zoom up to 30 and above. And they could do that strategically. Daily chart is still very strong. And weekly chart, look at this. This is why I am so incredibly bullish on Palantir. We're about to see the MACD cross again here. It's a crossover. And that's the middle of July. Roughly around the middle of July. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like that would be roughly the time period where I would say it's going to be sitting around 30. and above. So, yeah, I definitely do think it's going to be sitting at 30 very soon. No doubt about that. I'm going to check my portfolio right now. Looking good. Yeah, I'm holding some Coinbase at the moment, and it's performing rather. Yeah, it's not really performing as well as I hoped. I thought cryptos would go up, which they did. Look at this. Cryptos are going up, right? So we're seeing both Ethereum and Bitcoin go up. We indicated this probably yesterday, and I thought Coinbase would really benefit from this. And it's only up a percentage point. I mean, it's nice, but I mean, if cryptos are going as much as they are, and we've got green markets, you would expect Coinbase to just go up 2 or 3 or 4%, and that's not what's happening right now. Yeah, Coinbase is building up momentum. It's going to be fine. It's going to be pretty good. It's just a matter of time at this point. Hey Gara, what is the recommended thing to do if a stock split happens on Tesla? If there's going to be another stock split, I'm going to buy like a lot of stock. Because usually what happens is there's just lots of hype and euphoria, and just everybody and their cousins and everybody starts buying the stock. And we saw what happened with Nvidia. It went from 600 to 775 just on the stock split news, which is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. You know, people want to be a part of something really crazy like a stock split. China's trying to ban crypto. I mean, they've been trying to do that for years, and they're still trying. Whether they're going to succeed or not, I mean, we'll see. I think they're really kind of doing their best right now to get crypto out of the country, especially the exchanges and the miners, because of the fact that they have their own cryptocurrency. They have the yuan is going to be a crypto-based currency. They're going to be using the blockchain, so it's like a direct competitor of Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. So they don't want that in their country. So yeah, it's getting more and more serious for the OG cryptos. Elon did mention a sequel. Maybe he was referring to a second split. Yeah, who knows? I mean, people are referring to all sorts of things. Who knows? Yeah, look at that. Tesla at 688.5, and it's zooming up again. It might hit 690 again. With the current momentum that we're seeing, like, anything is possible. I mean, it's only up 5%. We have seen days where Tesla stock goes up like 10%. 10, 15, 20. We've seen those days. It could still happen. Nasdaq is zooming up higher, and that might be the reason why Tesla's actually moving right now. It could have... it probably has to do with that. Yeah, there we go. Starting to move. AMC is weirdly also going up right now, sitting at 56.5. Palantir at 26.5. We've got Dogecoin going up 5 percentage points. Ethereum up. And Coinbase is... Darn it, it's just only up a percentage point. Virgin Galactic down 2.5%. Yeah, Power Hour is in about 25 minutes, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get to 100 likes right now for this beautiful day that we're having on the stock market. I mean, we're not going to get these days every single day, right? So this happens every couple months or so. So make sure you smash that like button. Let's get to 100 likes right here, right now. Also, let me know in the live chat which stocks you would like me to take a look at, and I might take a look at that right now. Oh. Okay, let's take a look at Bionano, Genomics, Nano mentioned. Oh, both are negative. That's kind of interesting. So we got the Russell up huge, but the growth stocks in this list are heading down. That is fascinating. I want to check what's happening with Clover. Clover Health. We said it was going to go down, and it is starting to go down right now. And BlackBerry is down 2.8%, which was expected. It's going down prior to earnings. And GME down 2%. All the meme stocks are selling off. I think the only explanation for this is probably that people are seeing other stocks go up significantly, and it kind of creates this FOMO. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm holding this meme stock with I would say rather bad fundamentals and technicals. Let me get onto Tesla or Palantir or CCIV, and we're seeing all those stocks kind of sell off, and then we see Tesla and Palantir, etc., go up. And you see the opposite, right? So when Tesla sells off, suddenly meme stocks start going up. It's a very peculiar thing. We're 4 likes away from hitting 100 likes. Let's get it going. Pump it up. Make it 200 likes by the end of the market. Yeah, we can get there. Easy. Easy peasy. Let me see. Do I want to change some trades? I think I'm good. EHang, Alibaba, UAVS, RTP. Is there anything happening with RTP at the moment? I think it's still flat. It's oh, that's an interesting thing. You see that? MACD's about to cross. Yeah, that's some positive momentum that we're about to see, potentially. Maybe it's going to go back to about... I mean, I think it's just going to go up a couple pennies, right? I don't think it's going to be a significant movement that we're going to see. Yeah, maybe go up to above that $10, right? $10.05. I think that would be quite possible here. AMC's moving up. Look at that. 56.6. CCIV is slowly cooling off. Interesting. AEVA. I don't know what that is, but let me take a look at that. Ava Technologies. MACD's crossing. That's looking good. Up 5.6% today. Semiconductors. Yeah, I don't really like semiconductors right now. I think semiconductors are going to sell off the coming months because the supply chain issues are going to be resolved over the coming months, and yeah, they're just going to sell off. Let's check the weekly. Ooh, that's juicy. Weekly MACD showing strength, but already went up 60%. This is a bull flag, though. This is really nice. I think it's gonna go up more. If I would use like a Fibonacci retracement, was this a SPAC merger? I think it was. Yeah. Let's do a Fib retracement. It's very weird though, because after the merger, I mean, the technicals kind of like the prior info is not going to help a whole lot. Same with CCIV, right? What can I say? We're like in new territory. So I'm going to make a guess based on this trend that we have. I think we're going to get back to about $13. So this could keep on going until about $13. And we're going to see what's going to happen with the semiconductor stocks. right now they're still looking good, but I think over time, like over the next months, we're probably going to see more bearishness for these semiconductor stocks as supply issues get resolved over time. All right, Helion. Let me take a look at Helion. Yeah, I'm bullish on Helion. Apparently, I'm bullish on Helion. And it's because of the weekly momentum still being positive and the 4-hour chart indicating that we're going to see the MACD cross happen, potentially, right? And we're also seeing a setup of a, classical bull flag. I think it's looking good. So I'm expecting it to go to the $15. Helion is looking quite good. Especially after this massive sell-off that we saw for Helion. It's going to make a comeback. Speaking about comebacks, Tesla's not making a comeback. It is not going above 690, which is indicating that we might see a sell-off tomorrow on Tesla. Probably go down like maybe 2 percentage points. Back to around 670, and then next week, I think the rally could actually continue. Keep in mind, stocks do not go up in one line. We'll see corrections over time. All right. Gara, can you check out SoFi? Sure, no problem. I'll take a look at SoFi in a minute. All right. SoFi Technologies. I was bearish, and I am still bearish. I think it's going to go back to $20. Around $20. 19.5 probably. For the time being. And the reason is that because we recently had the merger, there was a lot of hype for SoFi. And yeah, that's the reason why I think it's going to go down. Because people are going to take profits. And, eventually we're going to see an uptrend. But right now, it's still downtrending. So initially around 20, then maybe zoom back up to about 21.5. But at this moment, I would say probably go down another 5 to about 7 percentage points on SoFi. C3.ai is up a percentage point. Still not really jumping yet. Yeah, we need like a good catalyst for C3 to actually really jump. Which we have not gotten yet, unfortunately. How much Shiba do you hold? I don't hold any Shiba. Gara, skills, please. Yeah, I'm gonna check what we did with skills, because I do remember covering that. Yeah, I thought it was gonna continue. It actually is up 5.2%. So, I think the trend is gonna probably continue. But this is what I thought. Back to around 22, sell off, go back to the trend to about 20.5, and then jump again to about 24, 25. This is still kind of happening. Let me check the daily chart. Yeah, so the MACD is about to cross very soon. I would give it probably the beginning of next week, and we'll see some more upside. Kevin was plugging C3.ai. I don't think Kevin does any. I don't think he has any idea what he's talking about. Just regarding technical analysis and regarding just short-term trading and trading in general, I think Kevin is probably better at investing and just buying a stock and holding it for like a year. Yeah, from everything that I've seen from me, Kevin, I think he's not a trader. I don't think he's a trader. I think he's an investor. So for him to say or to badmouth on C3.ai, I don't think he has any clue. But that's just my opinion on that. I watch him, you know, every now and then. I'll watch some Meet Kevin. He's a great investor. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's a great trader. Yeah, he's a long-term investor. Like, he buys a stock and he'll hold it for like a year or two. He was bullish on AI, not bearish. Oh, I have no idea what you meant with like plug it on AI. If he's bullish on AI, then he's on the right side of history, because I'm also very bullish on AI. I think it's going to go up quite a significant bit. It's been pummeled down a significant amount, and at this point it's just a matter of time until the fundamentals show what it is actually worth, and it's worth quite a lot. Due to the fact that the market that it's currently in is just going to keep on growing and growing and growing, and it's going to have a piece of that pie. And they've got proper management, you know, all the things that would make a stock quite attractive. He just said the AI is due for a big return. Finally, finally, him saying something about AI. I mean, until now he's been like mocking it. So. Me, Kevin said he wanted to get in AI. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. That's nice. He's gonna probably buy AI, and he's gonna be like, yeah, I just bought some C3.ai, and it's the next thing. it will be fun. It's gonna be great. I think he would buy the stock and just hold it for like a year. I really see him do that, actually. I'm a course member, and I can tell you that he's really bullish at AI and all the tech stocks for the next 6 months. Hey, and we're on the same team. We're on the same team. Let's go. Yeah, I'm also very bullish on AI, tech stocks, growth stocks. Probably just for the next 2 quarters, and then right after that, it's going to get really bad again. Probably. There is probably also going to be a correction in the coming months. Me, Kevin is buying C3.ai. He thinks it's only. Yeah, that's exactly it. Me, Kevin is buying C3.ai. He thinks it's the only tech stock that's still attractive at this price. That's exactly what I am thinking. It's like C3.ai is still sitting at $60 while everything is going up, but C3.ai still has great fundamentals. It still has a great trajectory. And that's why I've been like loading up on C3.ai, because everything else is going up really fast. And it's becoming more and more expensive. So, yeah, it's going to be great. I'm telling you, like, C3 is going to go up so much. It's like this pent-up demand that's going to be coming, because everything else is going up, and it's like, so what has not gone up yet? And then people will start grabbing stocks like C3.ai and just piling up on that. That would be my expectation for the future. You still bearish on the markets for July? End of July, yeah, I'm still bearish. Unless CPI keeps on going down, I'm still bearish end of July, beginning of August. Tesla is really failing to go above 5 or 690. We're really seeing that play out here. Look at that, 686.3. Yeah, we're seeing on the 1 hour, we're very, very close to Tesla crossing on the 1 hour, and that would mean that it's going to go down. It's going to go back down to 670, if that's the case. You know, people FOMO'd into Tesla right here, which is it's kind of hilarious. People bought Tesla at 697, 695, etc. Which I do think, you know, is still a okay price for Tesla stock, but don't expect the stock to be green right away. It's going to take some time, probably a week or two. If you buy like 697, it's probably going to take a week for that to see a gain on that, which is pretty awesome, right? Just a week. Gara, are we all going to get tired of making so much money? Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be that kind of situation. I'm still, like, projecting that there's going to be sometime in the next 6 months, there's going to be a contract they're going to get a contract. It's going to be a big contract. And the stock just flies. It just flies. It happened. I think it also happened last year. Almost every single year, C3 gets a contract that's bigger than average. And it's like, oh boy. And it just zooms up. It just jumps up. We saw the same thing happen for Palantir several times. Uh, 9 minutes until power hour. I want you to smash the like button right now so we can reach 150 likes prior to power hour. So get it going. Would appreciate it a lot. And I'm going to check the live chat here. Let's see which stock we should cover. Do you have Ethereum? I have Ethereum. I got about probably around $1,000 of Ethereum in several portfolios. I also have Bitcoin. I have some altcoins that have actually been crumbling downwards. But I do think maybe in the next 2 to 3 years that both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some altcoins will be able to surge back above and probably breach the all-time high. But that's going to take a lot of time. And I'm willing to be patient here. Nobody's interested in Nike. I want to check Nike. Let's check Nike. Or Nike, sorry. For the Americans out there. Nike. Nike. We said I was going to go up to potentially 136. Even above that. We've got earnings today, right? Yeah. So earnings is today. We see the MACD is crossing. If earnings is really good, it's going to jump. If it's bad, it's going to go down. So I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to jump to 136, 137. And, you know, the Dow Jones is going up. Value stocks are actually going up right now. So that's in favor of Nike. Looking at the 4 hours, I think there's a high chance that Nike's going to go up today on earnings. And given, you know, the past performance of Nike, although last earnings it went pretty bad, and that was in March. Yeah, when value stocks started to struggle. I mean, especially with the summer, you'd expect that Nike would do pretty well. It's like a seasonal thing. But then again, you know, earnings is always a coin flip. You never know what could happen. Unless you're like a Nike analyst, you know, specifically. I'll ask this again. If I know insider trading information, will I get in trouble saying anything on this stream? If you have insider information regarding anything and you say it, yeah, you're gonna pretty much that's against the law, I think. I would not do that if I were you. That could get you in nasty troubles. It seems like we've seen all that the market could give us for today so far. We're not seeing big changes here. AMD is surprisingly actually going above. That has to do with the fact that the Nasdaq is going pretty darn fast. And we see Apple slightly down. That's so strange. Isn't that strange? Apple is down right now, and Amazon is selling off 1.6% as the Nasdaq is up and the S&P is up. That is really surprising. At least for me, it's like, what the hell's happening there? Uh, 5 minutes until power hour. AMC technical analysis. I mean, what is there to analyze? I said it before. All right, so we had this bear flag that played out. That's bearish. Double top. That's kind of bearish. It broke the trend line, broke the neckline. That it's bearish. It then hit the resistance and it came down. It didn't breach the resistance properly. That is bearish as well. And it's now downtrending. It's holding up at around 56.5. MACD is still heading down. Daily chart is showing that the MACD here is also still heading down. And last time that we had that happen, we had I think it was a 40% correction, 30 to 40% correction total. So it should be able to go back to the lower 40s, I would say next week. Who knows what could happen tomorrow, right? So tomorrow we could see a big sell-off as well. But I still project that AMC is going to go back to that lower $40 range. First, of course, it's going to go back to this 20-day moving average around the lower 50s. But eventually it's going to be sitting at around just lower 40s. I have insider information. Tesla will pass 700 per share in the near future. That's not insider information. Hey, Gara, what is your Bitcoin prediction? I think Bitcoin could probably bounce back to 38,000 very briefly before coming back down. And Ethereum might actually go up another 10% as well. So I'm bullish short term, yeah, right? You can see the MACD, RSI both heading up. With Bitcoin, the same story. It's just not going to last. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Bitcoin might jump, but it's not anything long term, so to speak. Like, we're not going to get back to the all-time highs and breach that. And I don't think it's going to go back to 50,000 either. You know, at best, it might get to like 45,000. Yeah. So we're still kind of looking at a bearish market for the cryptos. 3 minutes, by the way. 3 minutes until power hour. We're almost at 150 likes. Make sure you smash that like button and get to 150. To the guy that said Tesla will pass $700 in the future, you are an idiot. Interesting. Somebody comment that in the live chat. Mara is pumping. That does make perfect sense with cryptos going up right now. Gara, what do you think about Neo? I think Neo short term is bearish, long term very bullish. It's going to probably rally back to $60 and $70. Gara, what is your price target for C3.ai for 2021? I think for 2021 we're going to get above $100. I think we might reach around $120, $130. So it's going to double this year, I think, in the next 6 months. And for 2025, I expect C3.ai to be sitting somewhere above $200, right? So I think somewhere between the $200 and $300 around 2025, given that the stock market has not collapsed, given that the sentiment is still going to be rather positive and stable. Because, of course, you know, the markets right now, as they are, we've got very high multiples, stocks are flying high, PE ratios are sky high, and that is not very helpful with like predicting what's going to happen in the future. But I'm optimistic. I think C3 could go above $200, get to 300 maybe around 2025. We're roughly a 5x. That's kind of my expectation. That, you know, if you think about it, that's like, $30 to $40 billion market cap for an AI company that's going to be riding the exponential curve of AI with great management, great products. Yeah, sure, that could happen. But hey, let's not get too excited. The stock is sitting at $62. We still have a long way to go. But that's kind of how that's my perspective on that, right? So that's my target for C3.ai, to eventually head over to those price levels. So if it goes from $60 to $300, that's the 5x that I've been talking about. It might be a little later down the road, 2027 maybe. But yeah, $200 easily 2025. I think that could be very much achievable. Achievable. Misspelling that. Oh yeah, it is Power Hour right now, right as we speak. Guys, smash the like button. It would be very much appreciated. It is Power Hour, and I am super excited. Let's see what Power Hour has going for us. Let's switch to that Power Hour template. I think it could get very volatile, actually, because I think so. Ooh, yeah, I got my Tommy Hilfiger shirt on. I only take I only put this shirt on when I'm making massive amount of gains, and with Tesla going up the way it is, well, the shirt says it all. It's like a symbol. I don't like to brag, but I'm bragging right now, aren't I? Darn it. It's a good day. I think it's a good day for many people out there, especially people that are holding the EV stocks. You know, Tesla. We're talking like some particular growth stocks, tech stocks. You know, Palantir. Everything has been going up for like the past couple weeks, and anybody that made losses in stocks and held through is pretty much recovering their losses or their money. Gara, can you please review PDCO? Tommy the comments in the live chat, man. Will Tesla at $6.95 today? No, I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe during Power Hour, maybe in the coming hour, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it would sell off back to 670 or just go sideways. I'm still down on Workhorse and Romeo. Oh, wow. Yeah, Workhorse, that's going to take a long time. Yeah, with the contract that they did not get. Yeah, I've been bearish on Workhorse. It's down 2% right now. It shouldn't be down today, but yeah, it is down today. Romeo, let me check that. Romeo Power. Yeah, Romeo not bouncing either. We had this huge run up, and then it came down all the way. Yeah, then we had another spike in April. I do remember that. That was really crazy. I warned people, you know, I was like, hey, it could go down significantly after that, which it did happen. It's just, if it has great fundamentals, then it's only going to be a matter of time. But right now, I would not be happy holding Romeo Power. Yo, who knows, right? Maybe something huge happens for the company. As an energy technology company delivering large-scale electrification. I would say in the next 2 quarters, could probably maybe just zoom above $10, maybe get to that $12 to $13 range. That's this arrow. That the arrow represents that, right? Although the timing is really, really bad. Give it some time, it might actually happen. But I think it's just people don't really talk about this stock. Palantir is starting to move here. Do we finally see it hit 27? We'll see. Masras coming in with the first donation of this live stream. Can you check TRCH and CCIV, please? I think I can do that. No problem. Thank you. I'll check CCIV first. I don't think there's a whole lot I can say about this at this point. It looks good on the daily chart, right? I can see this probably, you know, crossing again. But when I look at the 4 hours, it looks like it's kind of topping out. And so I think it's going to consolidate, slowly get back to about 24.5, maybe just go sideways. And then we can see another move to $28. And that would be, let me think about that. Probably somewhere next week, right? So next week, I'm looking at that $28 to be reached on CCIV. Look at that, Tesla's falling back down, sitting at 683.4, and you wanted to see TRCH. Oh boy, yeah, this has been like a wild ride. Yeah, I thought it could be possible for it to jump up, and I think it did jump up briefly. We said it was going to jump to 6.5 to fill the gap. Instead, we got it to 5.8, right? So that from 5 to 5.8. Still not bad. That's more than 10%, right? That is like 15%. So that is solid, and then it's sold off. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here, honestly. Like, it's a small market cap, lots of cash burn. It could just go sideways at this point, after the spike that we've seen on TRCH. Let's hope it's going to go sideways. MACD and RSI both looking really messed up. I'm just going to not say anything here and just say probably sideways. One second. Yeah, I warned about TRCH. I said it was pretty much a bubble. Nobody listens. But hey, no, people want to have fun, so they bought TRCH. Yeah, that's kind of... What can you do about it, eh? Hey, Gara, can you check PTR, Petro China? PTR. If we have covered this, no way that we covered this. I've never heard of this. I'll be very surprised if I covered this in the past. No, we haven't. Petro China is heading up. MACD spiking. RSI spiking. I think it's going to come down soon, actually. Yeah, at the resistance as well. So this is looking like... it could possibly... Yeah, and dividends. Oh boy, I think it's going to come down. Yeah, I think this stock is going to come down quite a bit here. Let's grab the fibs. Let's just say it's going to come down to that $43 mark initially. We've got earnings in end of August, so I think it's going to fall down around to about 43. And if that doesn't hold, it's going to go back to the trend line around the 40. So that's my opinion on that. I would run. This does look really bad right after the dividends, right? So RSI's flying high in the daily chart. MACD's flying high. It's kind of looking like it's at the top. And then you've got this... it's going parabolic. It's hitting a resistance point. Unless there's something really huge happening with this company, I think it's going to fall back down. Probably at least 10 to 15%. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. Gara, CRM. Let's take a look at CRM. Yeah, I was bearish on CRM. I am still bearish on CRM. MACD's crossing. RSI is still pretty high. Although I don't think it's going to be that immediate. But probably more something like this. $230s. So probably go down around 5%. Short term. I want a new car so bad, but I'm in the US. Oh well, that does suck. Yeah, you can't really get a Neo car if you're in the US. At least it's difficult, right? It's really difficult. That's kind of funny though. Like, getting a Neo car is difficult, but people in China can get a Tesla, and it's not difficult. I hope they fix that problem. Yeah, tensions is, the tensions have been pretty darn high between the U.S. and China. I hope it remains stable, because I don't know if you guys remember, but with the tariffs and the tariff war, that was pretty darn horrible for the markets overall. Garrett, can we see the all-time highs, right? On Neo. Yeah, I think we can see that at the end of probably end of the year, around the end of the year. I think it's going to be possible. We're talking like end of Q3, beginning of Q4, that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm not just randomly saying that. I actually looked at the chart and did some analysis on the fundamentals, and yeah, Neo's looking pretty good. So long as we we don't see Jerome Powell saying, "Hey, we're gonna start tapering down." Like that's the most important part, right? If money remains cheap, if capital remains very cheap, I'm pretty sure like all these stocks are going to see their all-time highs in the coming months. But if that changes, that's going to change the game. I'm going to owe so much dollars in taxes after this year. Yeah. I think a lot of people have that problem. Well, is it a problem? I mean, you're making money in the stock market. I don't think that's a problem. Right. So far, so good. During Power Hour, I mean, we're not seeing stocks sell off, so I'm already happy, right? So when stocks have been going up as much as they have, so long as we don't see them sell off, I am perfectly happy. We're getting pretty much to, we're getting very close to a point where stocks will sell off, though. I would say it's going to be a tiny sell-off, probably at the end of the month. So beginning of July, tiny sell-off could happen here for most stocks out there. You can't just have stocks just go up and up and up and up. That's just unreal, very unrealistic. But look at this. What are those? What are those? Nasdaq is about to cross upwards on the MACD here. Very, very positive signal. If it actually manages to do this, it's perfect. That's when you see like 14,700, 800, etc. Come into play. Maybe even higher than that, but we'll see. So far, so good. I cannot believe this. AMC is actually holding up. It's at a market cap of 28.4 billion. That is crazy. It's still holding up. Like, people really want to mess these hedge funds up. People are going so far as demolishing their own opportunities in other stocks just so they can mess with the hedge funds. It's crazy. Because, I mean, keep this in mind, right? So while AMC was sideways, I'll tell you this. Since the beginning of June, look what happened to Tesla, right? So Tesla was sitting at like 570 and 580. That was an opportunity, but people kept on holding AMC. NIO, same story. Beginning of June, it was sitting at like upper 30s. Now sitting at 45, hit the 48. And there are many, many stocks that have since then been rallying. I don't know whether I feel inspired or like very fearful. I would say probably both at the same time. I mean, there's a lot of people that are holding it, right? You know, and a lot of people are bought in at like 40 and 50 and 60 and 70. If this bad boy's gonna correct all the way to a price like $20, I mean, that's the wipeout. Let me check what's happening here in the live chat, actually. He inspired cool. My buddy's dad is high up in Mercedes. Great car. Yeah, Mercedes. Beautiful. My friends that are in on AMC have no idea how to invest. I've already tripled up on Clover and CTXR in the time that they have been holding. They are literally apes. Yeah, I mean, it depends, right? Some people bought AMC at like $10. Some bought at $5. Yeah, if you bought at 50 or 60 or 70, it's been rough. It's about sending a message. I mean, I understand that, but it's like, send a message like via postcard. Don't use your own money. You know what I mean? Very, very risky. Very, very dangerous, right? I mean, I think it's becoming more and more dangerous over time. But it could defy gravity, and AMC could just jump up to $100 tomorrow, like just out of nowhere. That would be kind of funny if that were to happen. That would be hilarious. Ooh. I'm just checking the live chat here. Gara is like when C3.ai was at $120. I don't understand. Oh, I think I got a message. Let me check that. Oh, never mind. Palantir on CNBC. Is that the case? If that is the case, then Palantir should be able to... Yeah, it's already starting to move. There you go. Hitting 26.7. It's up 1.5%. AI also up 1.3%. Looking quite good. What a good market so far. Damn. I like what I'm seeing. Like this has been like a very bullish market. It would be a shame if it would just end. Like, I'm really worried right now. Like, how can markets be so bullish? But unemployment is really high at the moment in the US. It's so baffling right now. I think it's just because there's so much money out there. It needs to go somewhere. And because of inflation, it's going into the stock market. I mean, what is the PE ratio right now on the S&P? It is way higher. I think the PE ratio right now on the S&P is probably higher than what it was during the dot-com. And probably, it's like in the direction of what happened in 2008. Oh my gosh. So crazy. S&P PE ratio. Let me check it out. Like, people have just thrown PE ratios out the window, which is a bad sign. The PE ratio is sitting at 45.36. Oh my god. That is really high. It's above the levels that we've seen during the dot-com. I'm going to check the Nasdaq's PE ratio. It's going to be unbelievable, probably. One sec. See if I can get the data. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mother of all PE ratios. I can't find it actually. I'm getting a PE ratio of 28.8. Is that true? That's weird. No way. That makes no sense. Forecast PE growth rates 11.6, 3.7. Huh. Can we get a power hour dump so I can get money? Somebody hoping for a dump in the market so they can buy the dip. I mean, I don't think stocks are gonna go down as much as you think. I don't think stocks are gonna go down at this point. Gara, the CEO of Lucid Motors, was on a Squawk Box talking 400 cars to go out next month, and then 4,000 later on. Well, that's the thing. When is later on? Are we gonna get those 4,000 cars this year, or is it gonna happen like next year? Because if it's this year, I mean, the stock is gonna fly significantly higher than what I've been projecting. But I think it's probably next year. I think the camera's going really weird right now because of the lighting outside. Let me fix that little problem right now. I think it's the contracts. There you go. CCIV is crashing. Is it crashing? No way. It's going down a percentage point. Yeah, I told you guys about this. It spiked, momentum then comes down a bit slightly, it bottoms out again, and then it's going to spike again. There you go. I'm not worried about this. This is normal. We're seeing the same thing happen across the board, you know. Stocks are slowly cooling off. It's power hour, which is kind of weird. You would think stocks would be going up. But yeah, CCIV is going down slightly now. To be expected, right? We said it was going to get hit about $25, consolidate very briefly, then come down again. Starting to move down as we speak. Ford is dying from laughter. My God. I can't even pronounce it. Is it laughter? Probably laughter. Let's go with that. Ford is dying from laughter at those Lucid numbers. Yeah, well, I think that's just the beginning, right? It's an exponential curve that they're going to go on. It's going to be like 400, 4,000, 40,000, 400,000 over the years. I really don't think Ford should be laughing because it's going to be their competition, like Tesla. But I think Tesla's... Nobody is rivaling Tesla right now. Like, nobody can rival them. I think maybe Apple at some point could maybe be like a potential rival. But that's like down the road. Like, we're talking 4 to 5 years down the road. Oh, there we go. We're getting some sweet buying opportunities in Tesla. It's starting to move down, sitting at 682.4. I'm probably going to buy it around 675 if it gets to that point. What do you think Clover will do? I think it's going to go down. Li Auto is hot in China. Yeah, it is. It is, yeah, I think the Chinese EV stocks are going to skyrocket when we see them go to... When we see these vehicles actually go to Europe and the US. I'm not so sure if it's going to happen, but if it happens, expect all the EV stocks, the Chinese EV stocks, to just pretty much double over like a period of a couple months. Gara, Elon spoke about the public stock Starlink. Would you purchase any? Anything Elon touches turns into gold. So yeah, I would probably get into Starlink. Yeah, I think it's a pretty great idea. You know. Lucid Air now tops 10,000 reservations. Very strong demand. Yeah, I agree. But the thing is, you have to look into the future and be like, okay, they have strong demand right now. Will they have strong demand in 2022, 2023, 2024? Because we might get an economic contraction after the spike that we're seeing here after COVID. And yeah, so then the question is going to be, will they survive if that happens? And I don't think it's going to get easy for Lucid Motors in 2023, 24, 25. Because those are going to be the years when we see interest rates probably go up. And we're going to see the Fed actually tighten the markets. And that's going to be like... that's going to be the moment where we're going to see which companies are actually doing good. Because the bad companies are very much reliant on just borrowing money, and spending it on inefficient things. The good companies are managing their money properly. They've got great innovations that are giving them benefits on the long run and on the balance sheet, and those will survive. We don't know if Lucid Motors is going to survive that. I have no idea whether they will actually survive. I wouldn't be surprised if Lucid Motors, probably around 2024-25, would get bought out by some major corporation. Yeah, so production hell, that's what we're talking about. So they haven't gone through production hell yet, like Tesla did. One moment. Yeah, non-binding reservations, so we'll actually see whether it's going to actually go through. Would be funny if they actually made the reservations themselves, just so they could show the numbers. It's probably not the case, but, you know, it would be kind of funny. I'm checking some stocks. Yeah, Tesla is is slightly heading down now. I can notice that in the portfolio. Oh yeah, let's do a poll. I think it's a good idea to be doing a poll right now. Will the stock market sell off tomorrow? Yes or no? Let's go. I'm actually quite curious what people are thinking about that, because I'm not so sure what's going to happen tomorrow. I think the market might sell off because it's the last day of the week, and you know the market's been pretty darn green pretty much the whole week. So I think it's going to sell off tomorrow, prior to next week. That's my expectation here. Let me check. What was it that we were gonna check? I think it was. I'll just check the indices. Yeah, that looks like it could actually sell off tomorrow. So I'm gonna say the Nasdaq is gonna come down all the way to 14,200 tomorrow. This is gonna be bad, right? It's gonna be a sell-off. The S&P jumped up. You know, we expected a jump on the S&P. We expected that, and we have a gap right there. I think, could the S&P sell off tomorrow? Yeah, it looks like the MACD is about to cross, actually. It looks pretty okay. So, it's hard to say, but I think the likelihood of a sell-off is there, right? But then again, daily chart is kind of looking like the Dow Jones is going to go up here. The S&P is going to go up. Maybe the weekly chart could show something for us. Yeah, the weekly is still indicating negativity. And we have the same thing going on for the S&P. It's so hard to tell right now. It's almost like it's a coin flip at this point. I'm not even going to try, actually, for tomorrow. Usually it's quite easy to say, but then, you know, the weekly looks like it's bullish on the Nasdaq. That would probably mean that next week could be a bullish week. Then the daily chart looks pretty extended, but not exactly overextended. And then you look at the 4 hours, which is clearly about to go down on the MACD RSI. Let's just say go down tomorrow on the Nasdaq, and then, you know, maybe the S&P go down slightly too. All right, so 58% of the chat thinks that the stock market is going to sell off tomorrow. Cool. And I think there we go. It's a lot better. I think my camera just it's acting out right now. Why is it looking so weird? Is it the contrast? Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty good. Oh my god, what the hell? It just turned really dark. Such a hurdle. One moment, guys. I really should get a better camera. I would not have these problems. In due time. CCIV is selling off. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. Yeah, it's in line with what we thought. So nothing strange there. Down half a percentage point. This is healthy movement. I don't think this is weird at all. It could pull back to about 24.5. At worst, it's going to go all the way to the trend line, which is going to be around 24. But this is my expectation. Go down to 24.5 and then consolidate again and get ready for the next spike, which is going to be taking it to around 27, 28 next week. Yeah, looks like it's gonna cross downwards on the MACD there, and it's been flying high, and we also hit a resistance. There we go. Tesla's starting to fall. PLTR starting to fall a little bit. You know, C3.ai as well. What's happening with Nvidia? Damn, Nvidia's still sitting pretty darn high. Stockmo is saying that Ethereum is going to hit 10,000. Okay. I think it probably will hit 10,000 4 years from now. I agree with that. It's going to take a lot of time, though. I don't think it's going to happen in the next year or 2 or 3. Maybe 4 to 5 years from now. We could see Ethereum hit like 10,000. Yeah. That's quite probable. You know, over time. Assuming inflation is still going to be a thing. There's so much deflation going around. Just the past couple decades. People are going to take profits tomorrow so they can play in the crypto markets. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. A lot of people have given up on crypto, actually. I notice it from the sentiment, you know, it's like people are getting out of crypto to get back into stocks. And those people are not going to come back. Probably not. Until the next cycle. Interesting. Why is Apple down? Like, what the hell is happening there? You know, Apple hit a resistance, so that does make sense. It's pulling back to 133 on this positive day. We see that the MACD kind of top out. RSI tops out. Is this all we're going to get with Apple? It's just going to go down all the way? I doubt it. I doubt it. Look at that. There we go. Looks like the MACD might actually cross in the first week of July. So that's what we're seeing here. And if that happens, we're going to get to pretty much that all-time high, which is about 144 to about 145. Still waiting for that. So we might see like a tiny correction and some sideways movement. But all in all, I expect Apple stock to perform quite good. One sec. Yeah, oh my gosh, my camera. I think it's the white shirt that I'm wearing. It's not necessarily the camera. It's more like the green screen. It's filtering out all the colors. It interacts weirdly with the color white. For my experience. Good volume on Tesla up today. Peru sent him money for a camera. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll probably get a camera. I just don't know which one is going to be the best for the stream. And the benefit from the current camera that I'm using is like I can just put it on my laptop and there's no problem. Whereas with a professional camera, it would be very heavy, and I think my laptop would not like that. I'm going to check the poll right now. Oh my gosh. People don't think the market is going to sell off. So it went from like people thinking it was going to sell off to people not thinking it's going to sell off. That's interesting. So people don't think it's going to sell off. All right. All right, let's get it going. Let's see if the market is going to be green tomorrow. I think it's going to be red. After such bullish momentum, I think we'll see some selling. Could still be wrong about that, but yeah. Options Friday. Yeah, there's a lot of options that are going to go bananas. Like that smash button. Hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes. Somebody is spamming take profits tomorrow. I think we're going to be good. God darn. My Apple's it's not doing so well at the moment. My Apple stock. Bull market is on my friend. Best time of the year, and to harvest generate your profit. Gara, did you take profits on Tesla? Yes, I did. But I did it for a good reason. Because I thought Tesla was taking off too fast. So what I did, I sold. Oh, let me check. What I did is I sold some at 680, then at 685, 690, 695, and a lot at 697 actually. And I waited a little bit. I had it as cash, and then I bought back shares at 679, 680, 682, and I kind of have some cash around to be buying more as Tesla is dropping back to 670. So I took a massive profit on Tesla, and I'm putting it back in as it's going lower. So right now, as it's going lower, like 680.6, 680.2, 680, I'm going to buy some more. Because it's getting cheaper for me to buy more. I'm going to wait. 675 is going to be pretty much the price. I'm kind of waiting for... it kind of could get back to that level tomorrow. So... waiting for that level. One moment. Nike reports earnings today. Would you be able to do a technical analysis on it? That's very difficult. That's difficult. My guess is going to jump up because their earnings have been quite splendid the past quarters, and because of the market, because of the economy reopening, that might aid them as well. Value stocks are going up, but what could happen on earnings? Like anything could happen on earnings. Really, like it's a coin flip. You might see, usually what happens is people sell off their stock because they bought in on the rumor that earnings would be good. And it could sell off. I do know that the environment right now for stocks, it's more focused on the growth and tech stocks, the high multiple stocks. It's kind of a mini rotation that we're seeing there. Tesla's about to leave 680 behind. It's falling down rather fast. Let me check the 1 hour. It's about to cross the 1 hour. It's happening right as we speak. Providing us some entries. It's providing a lot of people some entries into Tesla stock. And I cannot wait. I want to buy some. Just waiting for that 675 to be hit. We've got about 20 minutes left until the market is going to close. Let's get to 200 likes. Hit that like button. $6.79. Okay, let's go. 678. Are we going to get 678? I think we are. 678. Let's go. It's tripping down. Okay, so it's like jumping from at 679. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It could still drop downwards though. And, you know, momentum is going negative, so. You know, when the 1 hour goes negative during power hour, that's like a signal, like, it's gonna go down. And it jumped back to 680 very briefly. Coinbase is actually going up slightly. One sec. Watch this. Tesla's down, AMC's up. Yeah, AMC's going up right now. Classic. Oh, we hit 200 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. That is awesome. Yeah, Tesla is not willing to go down. But it's gonna. Looks like it will eventually. Oh, it just jumped. 680.5. One sec. One moment. One second. $681.3. Oh, Neo's about to cross down on the MACD. So, anybody holding Neo, tread carefully. About to see some downside there. Yeah, I don't. Somebody's saying what platform it is. I'm using TradingView. I'm not using this platform necessarily to be buying or selling stock. I'm using it just to view stocks to use it. To see where stocks are going, and I really like the indicators. I think it's very handy, and I pretty much prefer it above everything else that's out there right now. Although it can be a little buggy at times because this platform is still in beta. I think TradingView Desktop, but I think it's great. I think it's a lot better. It's just so simple to use, and it's very simple. I think Thinkorswim looks a lot more complicated. And I think TradingView is rather straight to the point. Alright, so we got about 15 minutes left. I thought Tesla was going to come down. But I'm being proven wrong here. Although the MACD is kind of indicating like, yo, downwards movement coming. Either, hey, it might actually happen in the after hours or maybe tomorrow, right? Like I said, the Nasdaq does look like it could pull back tomorrow. Let me quickly... There we go. Could it be a bull trap for Tesla? No, I don't think so. I highly, highly doubt that. I don't think this is a bull trap. What's happening with AMC? It would be funny if AMC would just spike tomorrow. Because we have that set up right now. You know, it would just spike to 65. We're seeing a cup and handle, I think. Maybe on the 30 minutes. Maybe. Yeah, it looks really, it looks like AMC is going to jump in the coming minutes. It looks like it will. Either right now or in the after hours. Cup and handle here. Back to 58.59. That's what I'm seeing here. If I'm correct. So it would be funny if it actually closes in the positive. You know, we only have about 14 minutes left. It seems unlikely, but I've seen some crazy stuff happen during power hour, so we'll see. What is going on with Bumble? Well, Bumble was oversold because of a, I think it was because of, what was it again? I think there was a lockup period expiration and the market was bearish, so Bumble kind of sold off heavily, which was kind of weird because it wasn't doing that bad. But right now, the thing is getting like overextended. Sitting at $58. It looks pretty overbought to me, so I think we could see a pullback on Bumble. Might want to short that one very briefly. Nah. Yeah, I mean, it's a shorting opportunity. I mean, Bumble could go back to around 55, which is going to be about 5% downside. Wouldn't be too surprising if it would actually come back to about 55, 54, Bumble, so. Because it's hitting resistance, and it's been going up like parabolically. When is the right time to buy C3? I think anything below $80 is probably still pretty good at this point. But that's my opinion. It's not financial advice. One moment. One moment. There we go. All right. Wendy is spiking. What? No way. No freaking way. Is it spiking again? No, it's not. You know, we saw a massive spike on Wendy's. Look at this. That was crazy. That is so nutty. Look at this. 35% to the upside and then it dropped right after. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh yeah, we got about 10 minutes left before the market is going to close. And some people are saying that we should get to 250 likes. So push that like button. Let's get to 250. I think it's possible. We can get there, you know. Yeah, Wendy's up like half a percentage point. Oh, there you go. Look at that. AMC starting to move up, just like I said. Yep. There you go. 56.8. 57 is coming up. I think it's probably going to run in the after hours. Because we only have 10 minutes left. Gara, wish hit your target. Really? No way. Is that really the case? One sec. No freaking way. Yeah, probably changed it up. But I was aiming at $15, right? So around $15, $16. But it's getting pretty close to doing that. Was going to go down and then jump up. It's happening in one day. That is insane. It dumped and then it's now jumping. That's kind of funny. Oh well, meme stocks. Meme stocks for the win or something. One moment. Well, I was just researching Wendy's. They opened their first UK store recently. Oh, that's pretty good. That's good news. All right. 682.3. Tesla's still holding on after the big jump that we saw. Surprisingly enough. 16.5% run up. And from this bottom, it's about a 22% run up. We had deliveries happen here too. That was a 22% run up, and then we had a sell off of about 6.7%. A 6% sell off would give us about right around that $660 mark. So a sell off is gonna come around, of course. I think that's possible. Because usually, you know, we see a spike for deliveries, and then after that catalyst, it goes down. That's a very normal phenomenon. We've seen that for Tesla many, many times. Guys, watch out for Nike earnings after the bell. Did AMC go up? Oh, it's actually not going up? That's strange. 30 minutes were looking quite sweet. This is the exact thing you would want to see for a move higher. So, if this is not going to do it, then nothing is going to do it. One sec. Nothing really interesting happening here, to be honest. It's been rather calm. It's like calm before the storm. I really wonder what's going to happen tomorrow, especially with Tesla after a run-up like this. I mean, it gapped up, right? So we've got this gap. Will it just fill the gap tomorrow? That would be hilarious. So many people bought at 690. And then it moves down to 660. It would really mess up with the options out there, and with a lot of the there's a lot of people that bought in recently with leverage. This is such a weird camera. Oh, AMC is starting to fall a little down further. Down 3% right now. We're seeing Tesla go down too. The overall market kind of coming down a little bit too. Interesting. See what's happening with the cryptos. Kind of sideways. Tesla's back down to 679. We got 4 minutes until market close. Tesla's leaving the 20-day moving average, 678.7. It is starting to dump now in the last moments of the market. There we go, 678.7. Oh boy. It's crossing downwards on the MACD on the 1 minute. 678.5. Okay, these are the moments when you get the buying opportunities. Does it drop further? Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Still 4 minutes left. 678.5. Oh, there we go. There we go. Time to buy some Tesla. There we go. Bought some Tesla at 676.5. It might drop more, but that was a nice catch. It's a falling knife right now. I'm gonna probably dollar cost average as it's moving lower. We got 3 minutes left. These are hedge funds probably dumping Tesla stock. This is not retail selling, and it jumped. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so that was a nice catch. That was a nice catch. 676.5, right on that price. Hopefully we're going to get another dump. I want to get it at a lower price. I would love at 675. Maybe 673 or 2. We still have a couple minutes left. Okay, there we go. Round 2. Let's go. 677.2. Alright. Do we get another dump 2 minutes prior to the market closing? That's kind of funny. 677 points. Okay, it's starting to move now to the upside. Unfortunately, we could see another fast spike downwards prior to the closing. Usually hedge funds are really active like in the last couple minutes of the market. It's starting to move 678.5. See if we can get another dump here. I don't think so. I think that was it. Oh well. Still been a very good day so far. We've got about a minute left until the market is going to close. So far, so good. Cannot complain. I really can't. It's been a great day. It's been a great week. It's been a great month. Lovely June. Lovely, lovely June. Yeah, if it dumps right now, that would be hilarious, right? It's like last couple seconds in the market's being open, and it just suddenly dumps. Alrighty. Seems like that's it, right? Great day. AMC's still negative here, down almost 3%. Markets are green. Imagine holding AMC on this day. That's kind of painful. 6-7. Yeah, it's going up right now. Markets open. Markets about to close at about now. Markets have closed. What a day. Very, very interesting. Market makers prevented Tesla going above 680, probably because of the option chain tomorrow. So, very, very sneaky. But this happens very often. It's just a very common thing. This is why I refer to the option chain at these psychological levels, right? Also, let me just... There we go. All right. What a day. What a day. Very, very exciting. Whew. Yeah, the stock market is officially closed. I am still speechless. I mean, it's been such a great day. Too many tendies. Yeah, exactly. Way too many tendies. Boy, oh boy. Tendyland. It's been so freaking great. Okay, that's better. Cool. Yeah, we did a poll. And a lot of people thought that tomorrow was going to be green. I think it's going to be red, but that's just my suspicion. Just on technicals and everything. I think it might be, the classic sell-off prior to the weekend. This month and next month, Gara, we're going to go to the moon. Yes. I'm already on the moon, so. With Tesla going up like this, with EV stocks and just everything going up, I'm at the moon at the moment, so. Anybody want to visit? It's been great. It's been really good. It's fantastic. But yeah, nothing lasts forever. Keep that in mind. Stocks do not go up forever. We will see corrections. We will see pullbacks. It's been great so far, but keep that in mind. Remember what happened in February. Remember what happened in March. Everybody thought that stocks were going to fly higher and higher, and at some point everything collapsed. It just snatched. Weird. AMC did not go up. Really weird movement. I think that's a very bad signal for AMC. Nike is up. Yeah, well, I don't know. Was earnings good for Nike? Usually it's good, so. Yeah, it's probably not updated yet. We said that Nike was going to go up to the 137. Let me check it on the after hours. See if I can get that news. It's up very slightly. It's like up 0.2% right now. Maybe earnings has not been released yet. It usually takes a couple minutes. The quarterly earnings report. Oh well. Has it been released yet? I think probably somebody in the live chat would know about this. Is Wish the new hype? It's one of the new meme stocks out there. Yeah. How is C3 doing? C3 is doing perfectly fine, I think. I think C3 is it's been going through a lot. It had like a very, very terrible Q1, Q2 in terms of just like, how do you word this properly? It had a good Q1, Q2. It's just people were expecting so much of C3.ai. Well, guess what's going to happen then? Like if people expect C3 to be growing at 70% per year, well, yeah, no wonder it sold off. But I think the expectations are now set pretty good. And I think we're going to be on a growth trajectory that is going to inspire a lot of people. Did Nike go up or Nike? Nike, did it go up? No, not yet. All right. I got an appointment for a virtual tour with Lucid Motors. Oh, that's really cool. That is pretty sick. That is amazing. You should live stream the whole thing, either in the Discord or just on YouTube. All right. I think it's time to wrap up the live stream. I'm getting a little sleepy, so I'm gonna rest now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the donations and the generosity. I'll be back tomorrow for the last trading day of this week. We're going to be live twice tomorrow as well on the Friday. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you are subscribed. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and it will be quite interesting tomorrow. Like, lots of people, it was like 50-50, right? It's pretty much a coin flip of what's going to be happening tomorrow. It could be red, it could be green. I'm opting it's probably going to be a red day tomorrow, but we will see. I'll be sharing you guys the links to several things, like the Twitter. There we go. It's the Twitter social media in the live chat, so you can follow me there. Oh, freaking hell. I made a mistake. Sorry. There you go. Links for the Twitter and the Instagram are down below in the live chat. Make sure you follow me there. I'm very active on the Instagram and Twitter. And also on the Discord. The Discord link is going to be in the description. So, cheers. Wish is up 2.3% in the after hours. Classic. See if Tesla's going up in the after hours. No. See if AMC's moving. Meh, not really. Alright. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Have an awesome day. And I'll be seeing you on the last trading day tomorrow. So, see you then. Peace out.